Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to Gloria's Crafts. My name's Gloria and welcome. Today I'm going to be making a manger for Christmas. So I got a box that I got from Amazon. Now for the part of the barn, the manger part, what I did was the house is from point to the bottom is 12 inches. From this side to this side is 12 inches. And I cut out a little window. Okay? So, and then I made a angle for the roof. Okay? So, it's 12 inches by 12 inches with my ruler. I put the window, I tried to make it in the very middle, and then I cut the slopes for the roof. Okay? For the floor is 12 inches across. So from here to here is 12 inches, and in height it is about 8 inches. Okay? From top to bottom. The floor is 12 inches across and then 8 inches wide. For the sides of my barn, I have them, they are 5.5 across by 7.5 times 2. So 5.5 across, 7.5 times 2. For the roof is 15.5 inches for the roof. So what I'm going to do for the roof, see this little stuff on the inside right here? I am going to take off the top layer of the cardboard. I'm just peeling it off. Okay? So I'd like my roof to look a little different, so I'm peeling off the top layer of the cardboard. Now if you have some problems with it, you can always get your X-Acto knife or your scissors or something and go down the pieces so that you can get the paper off. So I'd like my roof to have the bumpy things from the underneath of the roof. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I'm just taking the top layer off. It's kind of a pain in the butt. You can get your scissors and score it to get the paper off. As you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to do that right now, because I completely forgot to do that before I started. But basically, it's going to look like my walls. I was going to use this as the roof, but it wasn't big enough. So these are now my side walls. So I'm going to get rid of all this paper that is on here, and then I'll be back. Here's the roof. I got most of the cardboard top off. You don't have to get it all off. It was kind of a pain in the butt, but I got most of it off. And then I folded it in half. Doesn't have to be perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the wall. Let me put this up so you can see. The wall. And the floor. Here's the floor. And I'm going to hot glue the wall to the floor. Now I'm going to hold this so that it stays together. And then I'm going to put more glue on the front and the back. So that it is secure. Because of course when I put it away after Christmas, I'd like to be able to take it out next year and use it again. So here's what I'm doing. I'm gluing the top and the bottom together with the glue, holding it. Going to put that there for right now. Let me see. Turn it around. I'm going to put my box cutter in there so it doesn't fall forward. And now I'm going to glue the outside. Okay? You can use tape. You can use Elmer's glue, any kind of glue you'd like. I am just doing it with my glue gun. So I'm going to let that stand there for a couple minutes so it hardens, and hold it down with pressure. Turn it around. Of course it's glued to my paper, so take that off, turn it around, and as you can see it stands up. Now I am going to get some Jenga blocks and put them on the back, because I'd like to make sure that this stays secure. So I'm going to glue some Jenga blocks possibly on the back, but I'm going to wait and see what happens when I do the walls and everything. So right now I am just holding it together because this corner was not setting, and that's what I'm trying to get to happen, the corner. Okay, make sure it's not stuck to your paper. Now my paper has an awful lot of glue on it, so it seems pretty secure right now, which is good. I might not need my Jenga blocks. So then I'm going to take my two walls, and let me lift up the camera. So I have this wall, which I might put it this way. I'm thinking this way. And I'm going to glue down the side and secure it to the house, or the barn, or the manger, whatever you'd like to call it. So right now I'm putting glue down the side, and I am sticking it up against the main part of my building. I'm going to use my ruler to push it in because I'd prefer not to be burnt. I only did the side, so I'm going to have to do the bottom also, because as you can see it moves. So I'm going to put glue again on the inside of my manger so that it'll set, and then I'm going to do down the bottom, and I'm going to hold that, turn it around a little bit. I'm going to do a strip here. I don't know if you can see that. Right there. And hold it. And then go down this side again on the outside. And there's the other wall. So on this side, I'm not going to make that mistake again. I'm going to do down here and then the bottom so that it is secure than it was on the other side. So put some here, run it along the bottom. Take your wall and secure it to your manger. I'm going to hold it here for a couple seconds, trying to make sure everything's even and leveled out. Now I'm going to do the outside, then I will do the inside. Try to make sure it's not stuck to your paper or your workspace. Hold that for a little bit. I think it's looking pretty good. Then do down here. And in here. Now I'm going to hold this piece up against the house, manger, smooth out the glue. Now I noticed the top part on this side is too tall compared to this side. So I'm going to cut right about where my roof ends. I'm going to try and cut that straight. I'm not a great cutter, but I have my scissors. So I am going to start to cut a little bit at a time. So there it is so far. So here's what we have so far. We have the one wall, the back of the manger, and the other wall. Now we're going to do the roof. So here's the roof. It's going to go right up here. And we're going to need to glue it. So I'm going to start, can't really see that. Let me lift this up some so that you can see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this side right here. I'm going to put glue here and put half of the roof on there and then do the other half. So first I'm going to glue all the way to the tip and then all the way over here and take my roof with this side out and put it on my manger. I'd like it hanging over just a bit if I can. I'm hoping. Okay, so I'm going to hold that and push down. Now we have the other side, so glue down like you did to the one side, all the way down and across the wall, and hold that on there. I'm trying to hold so the glue gets hardened. Apparently I'm just burning myself left and right. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it around and glue all along the roof here and hold it down. I'm going to hold this down so that it's firmly on the top. Okay? Once you feel that glue cooling off, then you're pretty close. Then I'm going to do the inside here one more time. So adding the glue inside of my manger. I'm going to let it sit like this for a couple minutes. So right now, this is what we have so far. We have the roof on, the sides. Here you go. Maybe you can see it better this way. Let me see. So that's what it looks like right now, your manger. Okay? Now for the fun part. We're going to decorate it. So you're going to need your paints. You're also going to need, I have several different color paints. I have truffle, white, black, gray, brown, and more white in case we run out. I also have this foam that I'm going to cut because I'd like the wall to look like, part of the wall to look like stone. So I'm going to show you how to do that real quick before we start painting, because I'm going to need this anyway. I have this X-Acto knife that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to take my foam and I'm going to cut little pieces off, and if I run out I have other foam. So I'm just going to cut little pieces that I want them to look like little rocks or stone on my house. It's not a house, my manger. So that's basically what I am doing. I'm just cutting little pieces off with my X-Acto knife to make it look like stone. Okay, so I'm going to show you some more. Just cutting off little pieces to make it look like stone. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is back in the day. So I am going to not make you suffer through me cutting all these pieces. I will turn my camera on when I'm ready to paint them. Okay. So right now I have a bunch of styrofoam cut. I'm going to paint it. I have black, truffle brown, white, another color brown. It's called brown and brawn, something else. I have a gray. So I'm going to start painting these. You're going to need paper towel or toilet paper holders. I have these two items that I had from the Dollar Tree. It was a skeleton, and I took these off, and I'm going to put these on the house. Oh my goodness, the one's too long, I think. Let me see. No, okay. And you can use paper towel holders or whatever, and I'm going to put these columns in the front of the house like this one. I'm going to paint these two, and I'm going to start to paint the house. So right now I'm going to paint the stones. They're going to be different colors, and I have 5 different paint brushes, 5 different colors, and I'm going to paint each individual one of these with different colors, and I'm going to start to paint the house, and then I'll be back. Okay, so this is what I have so far. I put the pillars in, which you can use whatever you have, toilet paper rolls, whatever. I painted it brown, some brown and some black. I painted the inside gray to lighten it up some, and I painted the front and the back and course, the paint's not dry yet. And what I did was, I took my little pieces of foam, I put them on tin foil, I put them in the oven to dry them. Not sure exactly if they're all dry. They're probably not. But what we're going to do is, we're going to take our house, put it on its side. I think that'd be easier. Maybe you could see better if I move my camera. Maybe not on its side. Let's put it this way. Okay, so you can see in there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take my hot glue gun, and I'm going to take a brick, and I am going to put glue on it, and I'm going to stick it in my house. And it's not completely dry, but there's one brick. So, no rhyme or reason how you put your bricks or your stone. I painted all sides of my little stones here. And now I'm going to start laying them up. I think I might do it on an angle, because back here I'm going to put some other stuff, but I'm going to start doing that right now. So basically, I painted them. They're not totally dry. I'm going to put some hot glue on it and stick it willy-nilly in here. And I'm going to start doing the wall. So I'll be back. Oh my gosh, I am so excited how this is turning out. So, what I did was, I put rocks, well, I used the foam and put different colors of foam on here so that it looks like stone. Then I took some sticks from my yard, wrapped some jute twine around it, and made a little bundle of sticks. Now I have other sticks that are right here that I'm going to make into a ladder. So I'm going to move this over a little bit. So tomorrow I'm going to be making Mary and Joseph. Whoops, that's not far enough. Mary and Joseph, it's a very, very wide ladder. Mary and Joseph for the nativity scene. And I'm pretty excited about that. But today, this is taking quite a bit to do the manger. So tomorrow is going to be Mary, Joseph, and the baby. And then I believe the next day might be the wise men, because I need wise men for my manger. So, I obviously had it too far apart. So, there's that. And then put some glue right here and right here for this. So, I got these sticks from my yard. I have a lot of sticks, especially when it's windy out. They fall from the trees. So, I try to use what I have. So far, I've used a box that I got from Amazon, and sticks, and floral foam that I got from the Dollar Tree, and these circular things on here that I got from one of the, it's glued to the thing, circular things I got from one of the Halloween decorations I had. So now I'm going to take some jute twine, and I am going to wrap it around my little ladder legs. So that they're secure, and with the jute twine, it'll make it more secure also. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to take that whole thing through there. Okay, so if you can see what I'm doing, I'm wrapping it around the bottom of my little ladder I made from sticks. So now I'm going to glue the end. I'm going to push it on with a stick because I honestly do not want to touch this hot glue. So okay, so there's one. I'm probably going to cut this. I think this is looking really, really good, actually. So I'm going to have to glue down this piece because it is not sticking. Put this here. And get some twine. You don't need a lot of twine. I'm going to start on this next one. And put a little hot glue on this. Use the stick to hold it down. Apparently, I did not use the stick to hold it down. You basically want to make a little X with your twine around the pieces so it makes a little X, and then glue it on the back. I'm going to cut this piece off and then do the next part. This really bothers me that it's this long. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but I'd like it a little more uniformed. I'll get to that later. Okay, next piece of twine. Oh my goodness. This one piece of twine did not stay. So, glue. So that's what I'm doing here. And I will be back as soon as I'm done doing my ladder. Here's the ladder I made out of sticks. So I glued them and then I put some twine around them. Here's my little bundle of sticks. I have hay. What I'm going to do is my house, my manger, I'm going to spray Gorilla Adhesive spray on the floor, and then I'm going to put the hay on the floor. So that is what I'm doing right now. This stuff is pretty potent. Okay? So there's the bottom right here. So I'm going to take the hay that I got at Halloween, and I'm going to take it out of my little bag that I put it in, and then I'm going to lift up the camera so you can see what the heck I'm doing. I don't really want to take these things off of here, but I might have to. So right now, what I am doing is putting the hay inside the manger. And if I can keep this somewhat intact, I can use this hay for inside the manger too as a little hay bale. So right now I'm just trying to put it on the bottom of the manger. I believe I need some more spray. So I'm going to spray on top of what I have here. This is going to take, I'm going to say, 10 to 15 minutes, and then longer for the hay. Oh wow, it is sticking, so that's pretty good. So, oh, sorry about bumping the camera. So here it is, all sprayed. Okay, I'm going to take my little hay and put it in there. So I don't know if you can see that. See the hay? And then my little ladder, I'm going to stick over here. And then my little sticks that I made are going to go behind, bless you puppy, behind, bless you puppy. I'm sorry that this is making you sneeze. I'm sorry, puppies. So there's the hay, bale, there's the sticks, there's the little ladder. I'm going to put some more hay down. Now, the only thing left I have to do for this is I bought this star ornament at the Dollar Tree. And you know that they came because they saw the North Star. So I am going to hot glue the star. I think this way would be better. Right here. Right here. So I'm going to get a generous amount of glue that I put in the middle, and then I'm going to hold this right here. I did not use, I thought I was going to have to use Jenga blocks. I did not use Jenga blocks. This, once I got it constructed, I didn't even need them. I wasn't sure if I would need them, but I did not need them. So right now I'm just holding the star. Whoops. Waiting for this to harden. I'm probably going to have to add some to the top on the back. Okay, I'm going to turn this on its side and let this sit for a couple minutes, and then I'm going to add more glue underneath in one moment. Okay, so I'm going to add some glue over here and over here to hold our beautiful star. I don't think you saw that. But I added, oh, just burnt my finger, sorry. Wow, that was hot. Okay, I added, doggone it, I touched the hay. I added glue on the roof to hold the star. This star is a little difficult, so I'm thinking I have, okay, I have this little stick. So I'm thinking I could put this stick right here to hold up the star. It's not exactly the length that I would want it, but I'm thinking with a little glue, maybe that will help hold the star. So I'm going to take the glue off of here for right now. I'm going to take this little dowel that I got at the Dollar Tree, And I'm going to put a generous amount of glue on it. And then I'm going to take my star and I'm going to stick this dowel right in the middle of the star. And I'm going to hold it. I don't think I'm giving it enough time to set. Now I am going to take the glue use my glue gun to go around the dowel and I'm going to hold this here for this to get solid or, you know, to dry, whatever you want to call it. I can't think of a word. So I'm on the fly when I make these things. I think of them and then I try to get all the products I need to make them. And then at first I wasn't going to put stone going all the way on the back, and then I changed my mind, so I apologize if I seem to change my mind a lot. I'm just trying to make it perfect. So right now I am just gluing this little wooden dowel onto the back of the star. Okay. I think it needs a couple more minutes to get hard. Move some of this hay out of the way. At least now I can touch the glue. So that's what I'm doing right now. Just touching the glue. So I'm going to let that get harder because I really, really want a good hold so that when I put this on, that the star stays. So I'm going to let that harden. So let's see some hay. I think this is really, really nice. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take hot glue and I'm going to go down the stick right here and possibly like right here, and hopefully that will hold it. So I'm going to bring the house over this way so you can see and see what I'm doing. So I'm going to, I want this circle piece right here to be on top. So I'm going to go down this little rod and down the one piece, and then take said star and prop it up right there. Oh, that helps a lot. Okay. So I'm going to put some more glue right there in the middle. And let it harden. I think I'm going to turn it over on this side so that it hardens this way. Here's the star. It's hooked up now, and I'm going to take some green moss that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to put some on the roof. Not a whole bunch, just, you know, a little. And since I have my star glue. I'm going to put some there so you don't really see that. Oh my goodness. So you can't really see that. So I put some moss here, and I'm going to add a little more moss over here, this end, right here, okay, right down there. Just put it wherever you think you would like it. And I believe I'm going to add a little bit of snow, but not a lot. So now I'm going to do, whoops, my ladder fell, ladder down, the other side with some moss. I want to definitely do some up here because of the extra glue I have for the star. Okay, put some there. And then inside my little area of stones, I'd like to add a little bit of moss, just a little, every once in a while. I'm going to take, where is that little stick I had? Holy moly, I don't know where it is. So I'm going to use this stick, and I just want to put a little moss in between my stones. Not a lot, just a little, to give it some character and some depth. A little bit more moss that I have here. Put it inside the house, or I'm sorry, it's not a house, it is, oh my goodness, a manger. That's what it is, a manger. Jeez. So I'm just sticking a little bit of moss inside, in little places, not a lot of places, but more moss. I have a little bit of a hole up here in the corner, so you won't see that. These little guys right here are not flush all the way with the roof, so I'm going to stick some moss on there. And I have a little bit of a gap over here, so put some moss there. And a little bit more moss on this side. Now, you could add snow, because I believe it was a very chilly night, and I believe there was snow, but when Jesus and Mary and Joseph, well, Mary and Joseph, before Jesus was born, I believe there was snow. All the shows I've seen, and they don't really talk about it in Catholic school that I went to, but I'm thinking I definitely want to make my star stand out a little more. So I have glitter. Actually, I have crushed glass. I got this at Michael's. It's crushed glass. I think it's so pretty. So what I'm thinking is, I will open it up. Here's what it looks like. It's like pieces of mirror. And I was thinking of putting it on my star. So I'm going to spray with a little bit of the Gorilla Spray. I'm going to turn it around so you can see what I'm doing. And now I'm going to take the crushed glass and I'm going to put it on. Hopefully it'll stay on my Gorilla Glue, where I put the Gorilla Glue. I don't think I did a big enough coat. There we go. Okay. Now, since I still have, I just want the star to stand out. Okay, now. Okay, here's the end of the manger. It's got hay, it's got a little hay bale, it's got sticks, it's got a little ladder, it's got a beautiful star for the North Star. I think this is lovely. Here's the roof. And the sides, the back, and then the other side. Come back tomorrow. That's when we're going to make Mary and Joseph and baby Jesus. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you tomorrow.